Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome to a very special video. So tonight we're doing our first ever Q&A, which I never thought I would ever do something like this. I grew up with watching, like, big YouTubers doing these kinds of Q&A videos, but I never thought I would. I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. But here I am. And that's all thanks to you. I am so grateful that I basically have my dream job. I grew up with YouTube, and I always thought that this would be so cool if I could do this. And thanks to you all, I can. So thank you for watching, for subscribing, for being here. I appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. I hope that I can give a little bit back for what you give me. And yeah, y'all changed my life. Without, like, saying big words, you changed my life. Sorry. But yeah, you really did, for the best possible way ever. So yeah, thank you. I don't want to be too sappy, because this should be a Q&A video. So yeah, thank y'all so much. Y'all are amazing. So, I think the first thing that I should address is my outfit. Espeon is one of my favorite. I don't know if you see that properly. I have my viewfinder over there, so if I look over there, it's because of that. I got this Espeon outfit, and I love Espeon, and it's very comfortable, so I thought I'll keep it on for this. That's all the reason for it. And another thing, before we can finally start, I got the play button. I thought this would take way longer to arrive, but I actually just got this 2 days ago, so perfect timing. So I thought we could also unbox this right now. Let's do it. It's hella weird getting mail from YouTube. And again, it's just mirrored because. Y O U T U B E. Alright, let's get this thing out of the box, shall we? Are you laying comfortable on my lap, by the way? That's good. I'm not gonna unbox a big heavy thing on your head. You don't mind, right? So, first thing is this, very nice. Then you get a letter from YouTube. Do you remember your first subscriber, your 100th, or your 1,000th subscriber? Chances are you do. And we know that you will definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Your friends may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed, and their numbers increased because of you and the community you've built. We are proud to honor your impressive milestone for reaching 100,000. Oh my god, I'm tearing up. For reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them with more. them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what we'll do next. I'm here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1 million subscribers, we may just want you to ask, do you remember your 100,000 subscribers? You're sincerely YouTube CEO. That is so sweet. Alright, oh my god, this is like neat. Oh my god. And heavy. This is heavy. Alright. Okay, this is actually very nice. What an ASMR thing to do. Tapping on your silver play button. We got this. We got this. It's like a mirror. There you are. If you saw my messy room, you're going to ignore that, okay? Thank you. Presented to nananightray for surpassing 100,000 subscribers. Wouldn't it be like super embarrassing if I like wrote my name wrong here? Oh, so yeah, I'll have to find a nice place for that. Because I'm definitely gonna show that off. And now, let's finally do what the title of this video says. And let's get into your questions. I took screenshots of questions that I am very comfortable to answer, that I can answer without getting demonetized or banned. And yeah, I hope that I got most of yours. I got some from YouTube and some from Instagram. So yeah, without further ado, let's start. Are you still comfortable here, laying on my lap? Perfect. Alright, so I kind of took them in the order that the community posts structured them. So the first question was, what do people, like friends or family, think about you doing ASMR? Do they think it's weird, wholesome? Question mark. Most people have no clue what ASMR is. Like, no clue. I think maybe some knew, like friends. None of my family knew what ASMR is. But no one ever said, oh, that's weird. Like, why do you do that? Like, I've only gotten positive responses to me doing YouTube and Twitch and like doing content creation. So my parents, for example, they support me wholeheartly, like with everything I do. They're super, super supportive, and I'm super lucky that they're so supportive. And yeah, my family kind of checks in on me and be like, hey, how's that YouTube thing going? And my friends as well. I actually made a lot of friends thanks to YouTube and Twitch and Instagram. So that is also super, super cool. And yeah, so no one really thinks it's weird. They definitely have no idea like how it actually works. Like most people don't understand how like ad revenue and stuff like that works, how you make money with this. But most of them they're not really interested in it. And if they are, I try to explain, but it is hard to explain. So yeah, overall, I have a very positive, you know, resonance. People react very positively when I tell them that I do YouTube and stuff as a job. So, and ASMR, they have no idea what that is. I usually try to explain it with like, oh, do you know, like when you hear rain sounds and that's relaxing to you, that kinda is ASMR. Yeah, it's all I got, honestly. How would you describe ASMR? Like to a person that has no idea what it is, and that has no idea what YouTube is, like my grandmother, for example. Let me know what you would say. Maybe you can help. Alright, next question. What is the most difficult to make ASMR video you've ever uploaded, and what is your favorite ASMR video you've ever uploaded? The most difficult ones. I wouldn't say they're really difficult ones, there are just ones that take a lot longer than others. For example, when I film here from my bed, just setting everything up, getting the lighting correct, the camera settings, the audio settings. These videos usually take like 2 to 3 hours to film. Then editing comes and all the rest, so they are like a lot more time intensive. Difficult, I could say, are water related videos because I gotta be careful not to ruin everything. But really difficult, I don't think any of my ASMR videos have been so far. My favorite videos to film are just the ones that are casually talking, where I don't try to fit into a character or anything like that. Kind of like this one, where I just kind of talk and ramble. And yeah, I love filming videos on stream. Usually towards the end of the stream, I film a YouTube video. That has happened very often recently, and people on Twitch really like it, and it saves me a ton of time and preparation. So yeah, the chill, rambling ones, the lab POV ones are usually my favorites to film. They're super fun. I just love them. Alright, next question. I love this one. What is your ideal way to snuggle up and take a nap, and why? Or what's your favorite way to take a moment just for you, and why? Alright, my favorite way to snuggle up and take a nap is actually on my couch. The couch in the living room. I don't know why, I don't really take naps in my bed. I just kind of prefer the couch. And my favorite way is, I would say, with my little dog, Nugget, snuggled somewhere around my legs. And yeah, if I could take naps to rain sounds on our roof every day, I would, because I live directly on the roof, so the rain is like very intense and loud here, but in like the best way. So that's like my ideal way, on the couch, snuggled up with my dog, and rain sounds on the roof. That's ideal. And my favorite way to just take a moment for you. Okay, some of you might know this, and most of you probably don't. At my parents' place, in my old room, I usually stay at my parents' place like 2 nights a week, just because I love hanging out with my parents, and they love having me there. I have a swing, like just a normal children's swing, like in my room. And my favorite way to relax, and what helps me relax the most, I would say, besides ASMR, is just sitting on the swing, headphones on, music, and just letting my mind drift. That has always been my way to relax, if it's not a nap that I could do for hours. And yeah, so that's my favorite way to take a moment for myself. I also have a swing in this apartment. It's in the hallway. I was like, if I move anywhere else, I gotta have a swing because I need it. And they were like, all right, you can put a swing out there, I guess. Shout out to the owners of this house. But yeah, so singing on a swing and listening to music, that's my favorite way to take a moment for myself. I bet no one expected that. I thought this question was interesting because I actually get messages like this a lot. Will you do roleplays or soft-spoken videos based off your Greek heritage? I don't have Greek heritage. I have a relative in Greece that moved to Greece. That is not Greek either. I've just spent 2.5 weeks in Greece on holiday, so I guess a lot of people assumed that when I said I'm visiting a relative, that I'm visiting a Greek relative, which is totally valid. But no, I am not Greek and I have no Greek heritage as far as I know. But I love Greece. Oh gosh, I already miss it so much. Alright, next question. Hey Nana, I wondered why you started doing ASMR on YouTube, Twitch, and how you came up with the name nananightray. Okay, I thought that this question is probably answering a lot of yours. So, why I started doing ASMR on Twitch and YouTube? Well, basically, one of my mods and my editor, and a person I've known for a very long time, was like, hey, I think you could like streaming. So, they kind of pushed me to start streaming on Twitch. I started with Genshin Impact, actually. Started streaming Genshin Impact, but then quickly switched to ASMR because I always wanted to do ASMR. I watched it before myself for years, and I've been told very often that I have a very quiet voice. Also not been told and just have people talk over me or not hear me. So they kind of you have a very quiet voice because I can't hear you. So I thought maybe my voice would be nice for ASMR because it is quiet to begin with. And apparently that is the case. So I basically started because I wanted to. I knew it before and I thought it could be fun, and I very quickly did pretty well on Twitch and then started to make YouTube videos. That's basically it. I don't know if you expected like super detailed answers, but I watched it before and thought I should try. And here we are. And how did you come up with the name nananightray? That is actually a bit of a longer story. I hope this video is not boring. Okay. So Nana, the Nana part, actually comes from Instagram. When I made an Instagram account, I've like all of the name variations with my actual name were like taken. So at some point I was just like, ugh, frick that, and at some point I was just like, well, I'm just gonna use the first 2 letters of my name twice with 2 underscores because 1 underscore was also already taken, and my birthday month. So my first ever username was na__na10. And I actually had like my real name for a while in my bio, but took it out as soon as I started to get a bit more followers. So, and with a bit more followers, I mean like 500. So people just kind of started assuming that my name is Nana. And I thought that it was very cute because Nana in Italian is like a female dwarf. Like Nano is the male dwarf and Nana is the female dwarf. And I'm very short. I am 5'1", or 175 centimeters. So I'm very short. And I thought that kind of fits and is adorable. So I just kind of continued to use Nana as like my online persona nickname. And the nightray was because when I started Twitch, I didn't want to have a username that has like 2 underscores and a letter. I wanted to have something easy to go from the tongue that people can remember. So I tried to find things and I really searched for a while. And the nananightray actually came from my favorite manga of all time, Pandora Hearts. It's an amazing manga. I can highly recommend it. Do not watch the anime, it does not do the manga justice at all. And one of the characters there is called Gilbert Nightray. And I thought nananightray sounds cool. And that's it. I just was like, hey, I like, it's not even my favorite character from the manga, but I just thought it sounds nice. And that it also kind of fit because I always had like a rather dark aesthetic. I was always a night owl, awake until 3 or 4 a.m. is not unusual for me. So I thought like sunray, but with night is also kind of cool. It just kind of fit the whole vibe I was going for and that I kind of had already. So yeah, like with all the moons and stuff, it just kind of came all together. And yeah, that's basically it. I got my username from being a weep. Alright. Okay, next question. I gotta hurry up with these a little bit. There's so many more. Alright. Next question. Best pickle cut check. I'm not really a fan of pickles, but I guess whole and just biting off. Alright, next question. What's your favorite trigger for ASMR? Visual triggers. I'm a big visual trigger person. There are not a lot of sounds that actually give me tingles. It's more visuals. And how I got into ASMR actually was through makeup role plays. I always loved getting makeup done to me as a child, and also now. So I just love watching these. I do very regularly, and probably solely I mostly just watch videos that have like visual ASMR. So yeah, visual triggers, anything that like face touching, face brushing, that kind of stuff is my favorite. There's not one that I could choose. They're all so good. Okay. What is your waking up routine? How long does it take you to do your makeup? My waking up routine is saying sa, and then my dog wakes up and comes up to me and gives me good morning kisses, and then I get up, brush my teeth, do my skincare, apply sunscreen, and then I walk my dog. That's basically it. So in the morning I don't apply any makeup. I usually don't apply makeup. Most days I just go with very, very little makeup actually. But yeah, in the morning I take like 20 minutes maybe for everything. So I'm rather quick in the morning. And how long does it take to do your makeup? Longer. I think I take about an hour, but that's because it's kind of like a ritual and relaxing to me. Like I usually do my makeup either for special occasions when I go out to eat or cinema or just having a drink or something, which I don't do much, but I usually only get like fully ready for making content, but it is kind of like a ritual for me. Before I usually put a YouTube video on and do my makeup like all relaxed and chill, and that is super nice. Sometimes I'm annoyed by it, especially when I have to do a lot, but in the end I'm always happy when my makeup turns out nice because it's so fun for me. I love doing my makeup, and yeah, but I don't mind taking an hour. Some be like, that's so long, but I don't mind it. It's relaxing to me. And I love the creative process of makeup. So when some people be like, you don't need makeup, why do you put on so much makeup? Because I like it. that's the only reason I need. I like it. Alright. Do you randomly start tapping or touching stuff to see what sounds they make because of ASMR? Absolutely. 100%. Everything. Everything. I chose this phone case because of that. It's a problem that I also infected my mom with. She would sometimes buy things and be like, hey, I got this because I thought it sounded good. She's the best. Like, seriously, she's the best. But yeah, I absolutely do that. And I found some gems through that, because you would never expect things to sometimes sound as good as they do. Alright, next question. What is your favorite movie? Or what is your top 3 favorites if you can't decide on one? Constantine with Keanu Reeves, I think, is my favorite movie. I like Keanu Reeves. I love horror movies. I know it's not particularly a horror movie, but I don't know. This movie is just kind of comfort movie to me. I know, weird, but I just like that movie a lot. A whole lot. And, you know, sometimes the movies that are for some reason giving you comfort are probably, like, not at all comforting for others, but it just have something special for you. And that is the case for me for Constantine. I like that movie. I love the sound. Oh my god, the soundtrack is so good. Alright. Next question. Okay, does pineapple belong on pizza? That is a hard question. I would say I don't judge anyone that eats pineapple on pizza or likes it. I occasionally eat it. If like someone offers me a slice, I try it, and I don't think it's too bad. But it's not the pizza I usually go for. I am a prosciutto e mascarpone or diavola fan when it comes to pizza. Oh god, pizza. I'm hungry. Alright, it's 11:30 p.m. by the way. Let's see if I can get this done before midnight. Alright, next question. It's like from the same person. If you were a Pokemon, what types would you be? I think I would be Ghost Fairy, like Mimikyu. Mimikyu is my favorite Pokemon. Mimikyu is Ghost Fairy, right? That would be so embarrassing if Mimikyu is like not Ghost Fairy. I'm like, it's my favorite Pokemon. But I think it is a Ghost Fairy type. It is Ghost Fairy. Oh, thank god. Okay. I think I would be Ghost Fairy. I think that encapsulates me pretty well. Like dark, but also with a sprinkle of glitter. Alright. Next one. Nana, how did you get the idea of the 30 claps at the beginning of every video? I have no idea. It just kinda happened. There's the secret. There is none. It just kind of started to happen. It's a nice rhythm, and yeah, I hope that those people that have questioned the 13 claps are not watching this video, and the wonders and the secrets can continue for them. If you do, I'm sorry that I broke this for you. Next question. Do you have any plans to start making longer videos, maybe 1, 2, or 3 hours? I think this one will be pretty long. But yeah, I've been thinking about uploading my Twitch streams because they're usually like 2 to 3 hours long. But there's so many complications because uploading directly from Twitch to YouTube, you can only do as a YouTube partner. So I could upload them here, but uploading longer content that then has less of a view time affects the algorithm and the recommendation your channel gets, and that would negatively affect my channel. It is very hard. I'll have to find a way to upload my Twitch streams. Let me know if you would enjoy that. If you would like to see my Twitch streams here on YouTube too. I could maybe do the YouTube member thing for like $2-3 a month. You could watch my Twitch streams without ads on here. But yeah, I'll have to think about that, how to solve this problem. But yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. It's just complicated, unfortunately. Oh, if you weren't a YouTuber doing ASMR, what would you realistically be doing for income? I have a degree in sociology, and I have no idea what I would do. Like, actually, I would have no idea. I don't think I could have a job where I had to get up early. Like, for example, my roommate works at a cinema, so that is very comfortable because you have similar schedules. I could see myself working at the cinema too, or maybe in a bar. But now, after being a content creator and doing like this kind of stuff, I hope that I could do something similar in the space of internet, advising companies how to promote their products, their websites, stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see where life leads me in that way. I never thought I could do YouTube or Twitch or anything like this, so I'm kind of more at this position now. I'll see what comes. I also want to get a master's degree. I'm not sure what kind of master yet. It's very long and complicated story, unfortunately. I think I talked about this on Twitch once. But yeah, I do want to get my master's degree to have like something. And yeah, but I don't know what I would do. I don't know. I didn't think I could be here, so I have no idea. All right, next question. I'm sorry that this is a bit of a mess, but here we are. All right. What type of music are you into? Favorite bands, artists? I listen to almost everything. I think my favorite genre is melodic bass. I really like Millennium. I really like Lost Sky. If any one of you have heard these two, like you're great. What else? Let me see what I have in my Spotify. I really like EDM, you could say. Norco is also one of my favorites. I think I could say that I really like EDM. I don't listen to goth music, so I am never really using the word goth to describe myself. I sometimes use like goth girl as a hashtag on Instagram, but I do not describe myself as a goth. Because I don't listen to the music. I'm not part of the subculture. I just enjoy parts of the fashion. But yeah, I think EDM kind of rounds up my taste in music. And these were a few of my favorite bands. Alright, so where do you buy all of your clothes and accessories, like online stores and such? I get my clothes from everywhere. I literally sometimes have pieces that I've had for 10 years and like dyed them black. Sometimes I cut things or sew things differently. Well, not me, my mom sews things. But yeah, they're from all over the place. From Bershka, some things are from my cousin. it is very hard to say I get them from one place. I recently got a few things from Killstar. They're a very, very nice brand. Like, to me, they're very nice. So I think they have some cool stuff. If you wanna dip your toes into like alternative fashion, I think they're a good start. So next question. How does it feel to do ASMR? I mean, we watch your videos with the illusion that you're talking to us, but since you see the camera, this must feel different. That's actually why I really like doing recordings during Twitch streams, because then I kind of know people are actually watching. It's not that odd to just talk to a camera, because I know at some point people are going to watch this. But it is nice. Like, streaming is nice because you have like an interaction. You know that there are people there, and that is really nice. If your question also kind of includes if I get tingles from my own ASMR, very, very rarely. But some triggers do. Very specific ones. I can't name them really now, because it is also sometimes yes and sometimes not. But usually when it does, I say it, like in the video or on stream. Then I tell you, like, this is giving me tingles. Alright. Hey Nightrate, what's your favorite Pokemon? Mimikyu. Next question. No, Mimikyu, Mew, and Espeon are my favorites. Alright. How do you define your clothing style? I, for the most part, use the term e-girl, like on Instagram with hashtags and all that stuff. Also in like recent titles, I use e-girl because when I first stumbled upon the term e-girl, I looked it up on the internet what it meant, and the definition at that time was like, it was like when it got like big on TikTok, you know, where the pleated skirts and the bleached fronts and stuff like that. And when I looked up the term, it was basically e-boy or e-girl, like people on the internet that have a style influenced by internet culture, by anime and kind of alternative fashion, like all mixed together, but into more modern kind of influence, I would say. And yeah, I was just kind of like, yeah, that fits, and I continue to go with that. I know that the term is now a bit different, but I still use it because to me it is still that. I grew up on the internet, like 100%. I got my first laptop at I think 11, and ever since then I spent most of my free time on the internet. I've watched anime for as early as I can remember when it was like running on TV. I watched Detective Conan and Kamikaze Jeanne and all these kinds of like older anime. I also had a Tumblr blog. I watched YouTube a lot, so I was also like an emo kid. So I think all of that just kind of mixed into my style. And I personally think e-girl, just someone that is on the internet and whose style and interest is very much influenced by the internet, kind of fits me the most, especially since this is also my job. So yeah, I would say e-girl, alternative, not goth, definitely not goth. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. I think the typical e-girl clothing style is what's best for me. But it's also hard because there's so much more than just a word to describe a person's like expression through clothes and accessories. So yeah, let's not get too deep. Have you seen Oppenheimer? Yes, I did. With my friend, actually, that I did a video with. The Twin Tingles video. We watched Oppenheimer together. Amazing movie. I also really liked it. It didn't feel like 3 hours. Oh my god, the next question. Alright, do you put the cereal or the milk first? I put the milk first. Let me explain. I put the milk first because, as I said, I always used to stay up very, very late until like 2, 3 a.m. even when I was still in high school, like when I was like middle school. In middle school already too. When I was like 12, 13, 14, I always stayed up so late. And when you're hungry at 1 a.m. and your parents are asleep, you gotta be quiet. So when you put the milk first and then pour the cereal in, it's more quiet. And that's the reason why I just kind of continue to put the milk first and then the cereal. So I don't wake up my parents because I stayed up until 3 a.m. to watch anime. This is actually 100% true. Alright, oh god, okay. This is the Krusty Krab notices Patrick. Alright, and now we're going to Instagram. That was so bad, I'm sorry, I had to include this though. Okay, if you were a crime, what would you be? I'm actually gonna let you answer that. What crime vibe do I give off? Don't say murder, please. But yeah, let me know. What crime am I? Okay, next. What is your skincare routine? I will probably do a whole video on my skincare routine because I got a lot of questions about my skincare routine and how I do my makeup. So I will probably do 2 videos where I do my evening and morning skincare and another updated makeup version, like of the makeup that I do. I hope you're going to like that. And can you say something in German? Hallo. Do you play an instrument? Not really, no. I was never I have my bangs in my face. I was never a musical person. So no, I cannot really play an instrument. I can play the flute, but that honestly, it's so bad it doesn't count. Okay. I see you travel quite a bit. What has been your favorite trip so far? I was in Vienna in March, and I think that was one of my favorite trips ever. It is such a gorgeous city. I had amazing food, and it was just a very, very chill time. I could really recharge during that trip. I always slept until like 10 or 11, so I was never like tired, which often happens during trips where you're like, oh, we got a museum visit slot at 8:30. So that was really, really nice, and I just really liked the vibe of the city. So yeah, my favorite trip was Vienna, I think. And then after that, I would say Florence. Okay. Oh, okay, that's a hard one. What challenges do you have with being a content creator? This is the positive thing about being a content creator and the negative thing about being a content creator. It's like both. Let me explain. I can work whenever I want, which means I can take breaks. I can go on holiday whenever I want. But that also means I'm never really off work. So when I was in Italy recently, I did a hell of a lot of work. I was constantly on my phone doing work. I had a screen time of 8 hours on some days, which is not good. And yeah, so the challenge is to stop working, basically. I really need to learn to put my phone away, to be like, these messages can wait, these emails can wait, and find time where I do work. And finding that balance, especially in the beginning, is super hard, because you do want to grow, you do want to provide content, because this is your job, but you can easily overwork yourself. And yeah, it is hard to find a balance there, because you're your own boss. And I work until nearly midnight. And I could work even longer, and I do very often. So finding a balance between free time and work, when your free time kinda is work and vice versa, is hard. And I struggle with it still. So when I say that I sometimes need a break or I sometimes don't upload, it's because of that. Alright, favorite color? Purple. By far, I love purple. It's just such a cool color that goes with so much, and especially black and purple is my go-to combination. I love it. Okay, oh, is your past 12-year-old version of you proud of what you've achieved? My 12-year-old self would never believe that I actually was able to pull this off. They would be amazed. I think they would be very proud and very happy that I was actually able to become a content creator. That all the cool people that I watched on YouTube, that I, at some point, would be one of them. If I'm cool or not, that's a different story. But yeah, I think they would be proud. And that's an amazing feeling. Alright, I've seen you play some games. My question is, if you have had the chance to make a game about ASMR, what would you do? I don't think that I would specifically make a video game that caters to ASMR. I would make a very relaxing game, kind of like Animal Crossing, in that kind of category, but like very nice music and very nice sound effects and visuals, very aesthetically pleasing. I would go to kind of that way, like not ASMR specific, but something that relaxes and caters to the same senses that ASMR pleases. By the way, I love Animal Crossing. It's such a nice game. I miss the times where I could just wake up in the morning and play Animal Crossing. Amazing. Okay, I gotta hurry up a little. We're almost at an hour. Oh my god, okay. What's your favorite coffee? I don't like coffee. I don't drink coffee at all. Never. I'm not good with caffeine. Long story short, I have anxiety and caffeine makes this 10 times worse, so I can't even drink a strong black tea. I'm a walking beige flag. I will not elaborate. But if you've been on any of my socials, you will know. You will know. Okay, what's your love language? Acts of service. I'm an acts of service kind of person. And remembering things that you told me a while ago. Okay, what's your go-to drink at a bar? Hot chocolate. And again, I wish I was kidding. I'm not a cool person. Whenever I'm out with friends, I usually take like their homemade iced teas, which I love. They're often so good. Or I go for tea or coffee when it's cold. I don't really drink alcohol. I'm not into alcohol at all. I don't like the taste. I don't like the feeling. I've never been drunk. So hot chocolate or their like bar specific homemade iced teas. That's my answer. What's your favorite scary movie? I really like horror movies. This is a hard question. Why did I decide to answer that? What's your favorite scary movie? You know what? Let's not do a specific answer, let me give you a recommendation. If you want to really watch good horror movies, like one where you will be scared, almost got demonetized there, watch Asian horror movies, like Southeast Asian horror movies. They are amazing. Like Filipino, Thai, Japanese horror movies. I have two friends that are half Filipino, and they have often recommended me Filipino movies, and they are absolutely amazing. They're so great. They're amazing with the visuals, with the audio, with how they do the scary things. Like, they're not focused on jump scares that much, but more like on eerie vibes and visuals. It's amazing. I wish I could remember the titles. I'm very bad with remembering song titles, movie titles, and names. I'm really bad with that, so I'm sorry I can't recommend you any specific ones, but go for Southeast Asian horror movies if you really want to get spooked. But beware, you will get spooked. What influenced your sense of fashion the most? My dad. And probably not in a way some of you might think. I very often get the comment fatherless on Instagram, which is very funny because I have an amazing relationship with my parents. But I think, like, what I mean with my dad is he's a biker. He drives a Harley. He listens to heavy metal in the car ever since I was a child. I grew up on Linkin Park, and all these kinds of bands. Again, I'm very bad with remembering names. And yeah, so he always had an alternative style. We had a ton of skulls around the house. My dad was always dressed like really dark, and also with like skulls and other things like on his shirts, and had like big chains and stuff, and like earrings. And so I think my dad really influenced my style in a sense, because he was, I would say, alternative in a sense. So I was never limited in how I would express myself with my clothes, because he was like fine with that, and my mom obviously too. So I would say I was just able to always dress how I want, and I think my dad influenced that in a sense. And yeah, he probably also really influenced my music taste. Because I also like these bands. These bands I don't know the names of. So, next, what's your favorite activity you like doing? Does taking naps count? No. My favorite activity I like doing, I love going to the cinema. I love it a lot. It's like one of my favorite things to do. I love movies. I love just getting cozy at the cinema and enjoying a nice new movie. I like the atmosphere at the cinema, because cinema is somewhere where people usually go because they wanna, and they wanna have a good time, and they're like in a good mood. Because you're not like pissed when you want to watch a movie. So, or at least I hope you're not. So I would say going to the cinema is my favorite activity to do. Which part of making videos you enjoy the most? The creative parts. I like getting like dressed up. I like doing special makeup. I like doing special kinds of videos. I love doing like just rambling and talking about God knows what. And yeah, so just the creative freedom. That's my favorite part of making videos and just content in general. Biggest pet peeve, open mouth chewing. I hate it. When someone is chewing with their mouth open, I have like a physical reaction. Like I jerk. I really cannot do not like open mouth chewing. It's bad. It's okay when I do it, in a way, and they're very, very specific people that I can listen to mouth sounds from. Saliara, for example, she's a streamer friend, and her mouth sounds are just top tier. I don't know what makes her so special, but hers are actually one of my favorite triggers. But other than that, open mouth chewing is horrible. Okay, we're almost finished. All right. What's your favorite food and why? Fruit. Yeah, fruit. I like fruit. All kinds of fruit. Every fruit. That's basically it. I think fruits are amazing. They're so refreshing, they're so tasty, they can be sour, they can be sweet, they can be bitter. It almost sounded like a song. And they're just tasty and they're good for you. And you get different ones every season. They're great. Do you watch ASMR? Sorry, my legs are starting to fall asleep. Do you watch ASMR? If you do, what's your favorite ASMR video? We always go back to. My favorite ASMR creators are Moonlight Cottage ASMR, and I'm proud that I actually remember that name. Saliara, I love her videos. And Valolette ASMR. I actually found Valolette because we apparently did our titles very similar, and one person was like, hey, do you do titles like you do because of Valolette? And I didn't know her before that, so I checked her out and I immediately fell in love with everything she does. So Valolette ASMR, and my go-to videos from them are Valolette, the Scary Stranger Does Your Makeup, or the Mermaid Does Your Makeup. It's a new one. The Stranger is like a pretty old one. For Moonlight Cottage, the hair parlor videos, both of them, the hair parlor and back to the hair parlor, and the doing your makeup for the late night ball in, I think, 1812 is the whole title. I watched it one a few times. And for Saliara, every one of her mouth sounds videos. Like, if it includes mouth sounds, I'm going to love it and watch it a lot. So yeah, these are my 3. I am going to link them below if I don't forget. If I do forget, please remind me in the comments and I'll do that. Other than ASMR, what do you aspire to do in life and how's that going? Honestly, this might sound a bit pathetic, but I just want to be happy. No, but for real, I aspire to be happy in my life. Like, mostly happy. To have many happy moments, basically. I don't want to look back on my life and be like, what if I would have done that? I should have done that. I really want to be collecting happy moments with friends, with family, and enjoy my life as most as I can. I can do that right now. I'm in a very, very fortunate spot, and I'm very happy. So yeah, I hope I can be mostly happy in my life. I aspire to be that. What are your goals? How much do you want to grow? I don't really have goals. I think having goals as a content creator just puts an immense amount of pressure on you. I know that firsthand. So I can only speak for myself, but it did for me. So I don't really have a goal how much I want to grow. I just want to continue with what I do, improve, make better videos, make better streams, make better content, and see where this all goes. I didn't think I could be here, so I'm not gonna even try to paint a picture of what's going to happen in the future. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I'm very, very excited for the future. And that was actually the last question. 1 hour in. So yeah, I am excited for the future. I'm grateful for the past. Thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you for 100,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I appreciate you all so much. You're awesome. Thank you for being so kind. I know other comments can sometimes be a bit mean. I do always contemplate to delete them, but I don't wanna, shush people in a sense, because everyone can express their opinion. But generally, y'all are so super nice, and I appreciate that so much, because the internet can be a very scary place, a very mean place, a very hateful place. So I'm very grateful for this sweet and kind and wholesome ASMR community in general. I feel like ASMR is an amazing community to be part of, as a viewer and as a creator. So thank you for being kind. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. I hope I can continue to make videos for you for a very long time. I hope this was only the beginning. And I wish you all snuggly dreams. And I hope I'll see you in the next video. Thank you all for your questions. Sleep well. Bye bye!